Hello everyone and welcome back to the JP on Comms channel for the second edition of the All You Need to Know series, where I bring you a short video jam-packed with all the information that you need to know about the Stones' latest signings. And today we're talking about Hady Ghandour, the sort of new striker for Maidstone United going into the 2022/23 season. So who is Hady Ghandour? Well, if you're not already familiar after his loan stints last season, Ghandour is a 22-year-old Lebanese international striker / centre forward, however you would like to phrase that. And he is someone who is coming to the Stones after a couple of years with Charlton Athletic, primarily in their under-23 setup. However, he did feature within the first team squad and their training throughout his career there, but we'll get onto that very soon. He did start his career off with Tooting and Mitcham during his time there, which was 2 years. He did manage to bag quite a few goals, and he did score 4 goals in one game in a 5-0 victory versus Chertsey Town in December of 2019, in which he was only 19 years of age. So even since the very early days of his career, although he is still in the younger stages of his career at the moment, he has known where the net is, and we did see that in his second stint with the Stones, with goals against Chelmsford in our title-winning game, and then the next game versus Welling, of course. We did lose that game, but we'll put that one down to the officials. If you were there, you know what I'm on about. But Ghandour does bring quite a lot to this team, despite his lack of minutes in his loan appearances last season. 15 games, 6 starts, 609 minutes overall for Ghandour for the Stones last season. So he has got some familiarity with the Maidstone squad going into the National League season, which is very good, and a part of Hakan's plans to maintain that squad for the next season. He does, of course, believe in those cohesive units, and that is what he thinks is going to allow us to succeed in the National League next season. So bringing back a familiar face and someone who knows how the squad works is, of course, only going to benefit us. But after his time with Tooting and Mitcham, he did, Ghandour that is, move to Charlton Athletic and straight into the under-23 setup. So being recognised by a big league club such as Charlton from a team like Tooting and Mitcham, you would of course assume he is someone to keep on the radar. During his time for the under-23s, he was very prolific in front of goal. Unfortunately, I can't find his statistics, but I've got the anecdotal evidence, and I have watched quite a few clips from the under-23 Charlton videos in which you do see Ghandour scoring. His off-the-ball positioning was quite good. His ability to hold up the ball, which we have seen during his time at Maidstone, was very important to us seeing out quite a few games, I do believe, especially that 1-0 versus Dartford in the away game towards the end of the season. He was very, very good when he played in that game for me. He did, of course, allow us to maintain that pressure on Dartford when they was coming towards us, and he was that attacking outlet in running up the ball after the injury to Juan Luque. So we already know a little bit about what he is, what he can bring to this team. But of course, I did mention earlier on, he was on the fringes of that Charlton Athletic first team. He was actually training with the squad and featuring within their first team setup on match days in the league up until the COVID pandemic, which we'll cut that there. But of course, during those times, it was very difficult to maintain a position, and he was split from the squad due to his under-23 links. Obviously, they wanted to keep everybody apart. However, someone who's on the fringes of such a prestigious league club, of course, is someone who is going to be a valuable asset to us. He was quite clearly valued by them, but unfortunately, due to the effects of the pandemic, he was then ushered out of the squad and unfortunately released towards the end of last season. However, I did read an article in which Ghandour did say that just before that title win at Chelmsford last season, he was made aware that he was going to be released at the end of the season from Charlton, and he was inspired to really fulfil his potential in this Maidstone squad, and it seemingly earned himself a move back with 2 goals in as many games following his behind the scenes departure, at least from Charlton. So going into the new season, we can expect to see more of the same from Ghandour. Some fantastic hold-up play, good on the ball, good positioning, and towards the end of his stint with Maidstone last season, we did of course see his ability to score some goals. And again, that one against Welling just really encourages the positional awareness that he does have finding those slots, especially within that 6-yard box there against Welling, to secure a very simple goal, but they're only simple if you're there to score it. So we can look forward to that in the National League next season. He is going to be, I would assume, a backup to Jack Barham. However, when you've got two very good players competing for the same spot, you can only hopefully bring out the best in both of them. So fingers crossed, that is kind of the plan we're going for. Two very capable attacking forwards to compete with each other to secure a high standard going into the National League for Maidstone next year. Under 23's experience is not all that Ghandour did gain from Charlton Athletic, as he did make his professional debut in a 3-1 Papa John's Trophy victory over Leyton Orient for the club. And as I say, he did also feature in the first team squad a couple of times during his time there. So a little bit more now about his international career. He was called up to the Lebanese international squad at 21 years old. So of course that is absolutely fantastic for him. What a moment. And again, I did read another article in which he said that his goal was to be called up to his international team by the age of 24 or 25. So he's already fantastically ahead in his own personal goal setting, and hopefully that does provide some rewards in terms of the experience he is going to gain being on international duty with the Lebanon team, playing against teams such as South Korea. He did get subbed on versus them, and they did lose 1-0, but he was up against opposition such as Hwang Hee-chan of Wolverhampton Wanderers. You know, he's a player worth millions of pounds, playing in some very prestigious Premier League teams. So having faced that opposition and of course being involved in that international setup, he is someone we can hope to see have gained experience from that and hopefully bring that into the Maidstone team, along with some other ex-internationals such as Gavin Hoyt in the squad. Of course, George Elokobi has just left, but bringing in an international for a departing ex-international is of course a very good move from the club, and hopefully this experience again can be relayed across and come fruitful in the National League for next season. So there you go, all you need to know about Hady Ghandour. Of course, a quick in-depth dive into his career up to this point, what's led him to the Stones, and what we can expect to see in the National League next season. If you did enjoy this video and the All You Need to Know series so far, then do subscribe to the channel JP on Comms, and do like this video just to give me an inclination as to whether to keep them up for hopefully some more summer signings for the Stones. Please do leave a comment down in the section below as well if you've got any video ideas for the rest of the summer window, and I will aim to get some of those completed in the coming weeks. So once more, thank you everybody for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.